we discussed about modern periodic table. Once again, I will repeat that those points. We'll go for the next topic. Okay, na? Yes. So, main you can see the about modern periodic table, right? The long form of the periodic table. What is the advantage? What is the advantage? Otherwise, disadvantages. So, advantages of long form of the periodic table. Advantage of long form of the periodic table. Let's check it. Advantage of long form of the periodic table. The important advantage of long form of the periodic table. So what are the important points? What we have? So look at here. So first point, this classification is based on atomic number, which is a more fundamental property of the element, which is more fundamental property of the element. The next point, since the classification is based on the atomic number and not on the atomic mass, the position of placing isotope at one place is fully position of the elements in the periodic table is governed by electronic configuration, which determine their properties. So with respect to electron configuration, it is easy to remember and reproduce also. So it can easily remember also. The systematic grouping of the elements into 4 blocks, SPD of blocks, SPD of blocks. Again, I will repeat those blocks also. Don't worry about. Next one is the position of some elements which we are misfit on the basis of the atomic mass is now justified the masses of atomic number. So Mendeleev's condition, we have some drawbacks. So there some missing elements will be there. Those will be overcome in the long form of the periodic table according to yes, atomic number they give it. For example, argon produced potassium because of argon as the atomic number is 18 and potassium is 19. Next one is the lanthanides, actinides, which have the properties of different from the other groups, are placed separately at the bottom of the periodic table. Nothing but the block elements will be separated. They will be arranged in the periodic table. That will be bottom of the periodic table. It is given. Next one is the defects of the long form of the periodic table. So in long form of the periodic table also we have defects. The position of hydrogen, it is not settled. So it resembles with alkali metals and halogens as well as halogens also given. Lanthanides and actinides have not been accommodated in the main body of periodic table. So still they not given position of lanthanides and actinides in the main periodic table. The lanthanides and actinides have not been accommodated in the main body of the periodic table. So it will be separately they arranged. Next one is the position of hydrogen also not settled. Okay, na? Yes. Next one is the classification of elements on the basis of their electron configuration, on the basis of their chemical properties. So they classified based on the chemical properties They classified based on the electron configuration. According to electron configuration, they classified SPD of block. According to chemical properties, they classified into 4 types. That is inert gases, representative elements, transition elements, inner transition elements. Okay, na? Yes. Already discussed last class. Don't worry. Again, I will repeat the classification based on the electron configuration. So how they are classified? So elements are classified into 4 blocks basing on the orbital into the differentiating electrons entering S block or P block or D block or F block. So F block. So it will be the last electron, the differentiating last electron enters into S orbital. You can say S block element. S subshell can accommodate 2 electrons. Hence, S elements are to 2 groups. That is 1A and 2 groups. 1A, 1 group, 2 group. You can say. Generally, electron configuration NS122 is given. NS122. So, first group element, what is it? Alkali metals. Hydrogen, lithium, sodium, potassium, rubidium, cesium, francium we have. These all elements you can called alkali metals. They have only 1 electron in their outermost shell with NS1 general electron configuration. So they belongs to 1A group element. Beryllium, magnesium, calcium, strontium, barium and radium. These all you can call alkaline earth metals. So they have 2 electrons in their outermost shell with an NS2 general electron configuration. They belong to 2A group elements. Most of these are active metals and form ionic substance except lithium and beryllium also. These are powerful reducing agents. These are powerful reducing agents. They have low melting and boiling points. They important characteristic colors in the flame. So they will give the colors in terms of flame. That is practical test. So while identification of cation and anion, salt and acid, we have practicals also. Chemistry practicals to be the 30 marks practicals. So we'll discuss in the practicals time. Don't worry. The out of 30 marks, 8 marks for identification of cation and anion. So those identification condition. So we are doing flame test. So with respect to color, you can say what metal we have, what element, what cation we have, what anion we have. That's what they given. The important characteristics, colors in the flame. P block elements. So differentiating electron enters in the p orbital. So you can say p block elements. General electron configuration also given NS2 NP126. So p block elements are arranged in the 6 groups. So they are in 13th to 18th groups will be there. So boron family, carbon family, nicogens. Next one is chalcogens, halogens, noble gases we have. Okay, na? Yes. P block elements contains all non-metals will be there and metalloids will be there. Some metals also there. Most of the compounds of the P block elements are covalent. S block elements will be ionic except lithium and beryllium. Yesterday we discussed that. Yes. All gaseous elements except hydrogen and helium are P block elements. All gaseous elements except hydrogen and helium are P block elements. Yes. Next one is remember the point. Keeping its chemical inert. Example, helium is placed along with other inert gases in zero group. Hence, helium is P block element without P element electron. Yes. Even hydrogen also. Hydrogen helium is not having P block element, but it is showing all will be gaseous elements. Yes, these all will be gaseous elements you can take. Hence, helium is P block element without P electron. The first P block element is boron. So the only group with all gaseous elements will be the zero group. Zero group contain all will be gaseous elements only. But remaining groups containing gases will be there. Yes, solids also there and liquids also there. Next one. D block elements also. Same thing. Differentiating electrons enters into d orbital, you can say d block elements. Otherwise, d orbitals of penultimate shell. But you can say penultimate shell. The elements are called d block elements. The given general electron configuration n-1 d1 to 10 ns1 to 2 is given. So d block elements are placed between s and p block elements will be given. So they are also called transition elements will be there. D block elements are further classified into following transition series will be given. That is the first transition, second transition, third, fourth. First will be from scandium to zinc, second will be from yttrium to cadmium, third will be from osmium to mercury will be given. Sorry, lanthanum to mercury is given. Fifth one is given. Fourth one is given. Yes, after then actinium to lutetium will be there. Like that will be there. All elements. So these all will be can check it. Most of these are less active metals. Most of these are less active metals. These elements form ionic and coordinate covalent bonds will be there. So they are all solids except mercury, which is liquid at room temperature. They form cations with high charge. They form alloy and interstitial compound. They mostly form colored ions, and they also show paramagnetic behavior. Next one is remember point. After completion of 6s, the differentiating electron supposed to the enter into 4f. But in case of lanthanum, the differentiating electron enters into 5d instead of 4f. So therefore, lanthanum belongs to d block elements. Similarly, in case of actinium also, differentiating electron enters into 6d 5 of orbital. So therefore, actinium also belongs to d block element. Okay, na? Yes, very important point. Remember the point also. Next one is F block elements. The differentiating electron enter into F subcell of anti-penultimate shell. This is anti-penultimate shell. That is n-2 subshell. The elements of this class are called F block elements. The given general electron configuration n-2 F12 14 ns1 d1 0 1 or 0, then ns2 will be given. N is the outermost shell you can take. The F block elements are placed in the bottom of the periodic table. They form 4f series and 5f series. 4f series elements are similar to the lanthanum. They are known as lanthanides. And one more name is rare earth elements also can call. Rare earth elements. So lanthanides from cerium to lutetium we have. Next one is 5f series elements you can call actinides. So configuration from the given thorium to lawrencium will be there. These all you can call inner transition series. Second inner transition series you can say. Second inner transition series you can say. Next one, most of these elements are radioactive. They have properties similar to the D block element. Next one is classification based on chemical properties. Classification based on chemical properties. All the elements are divided into 4 types on the basis of their chemical properties and electron configuration. All the elements are divided into 4 types on the basis of their chemical properties and electronic configuration. So they get classified into 4 types. Type 1 is inert gases. Type 2 is representative elements. Type 3 is transition element. Type 4 is inner transition element. So now look at here about inert gases. Helium, neon, argon, krypton, xenon, and radon belongs to zero group, the periodic table. So you can call inert gases elements. Except helium, remaining all elements containing electron configuration is NH2, NP126 we have. NH2, NP126 we have. Yes. Next one is helium having only 1s2 configuration. All are chemically inert due to the presence of a stable configuration in the outermost shell. Helium is inactive due to completely filled K shell. Completely filled K shell also. Yes. So NH2NP6, that you can say octet. Octet, nothing but outermost shell containing 8 electrons. It is know that heavier elements form compounds under special controlled condition. So with oxygen and fluorine. So they are now called noble gases. Okay, na? Yes. So except xenon and krypton, these two elements will be reacting with oxygen and fluorine, then form oxyfluorides and oxides will be formed, and fluorides also form. Should be discussed in second year 18th group elements will be there. Okay, na? Yes. So except xenon and krypton, because of these two elements will be reactive with oxygen and fluorine. So remaining other elements will be does not react with any other elements. Chemically inactive. Next one is, they are also known as rare gases, or you can say halogens also you can call, present in the around 1% by volume in atmosphere. Should be form only 1% by, yes, volume. Next one we have representative elements, you can check it. So in these elements, the ultimate shell is incompletely filled. These elements are, the ultimate shell is incompletely filled will be there, excluding zero group. Remaining all S and P block elements are called representative elements. Most of these elements are abundant and active also. So the given general electron configuration NS2 NP125. Metals and non-metals or metalloids are present in representative elements. So atoms of these elements enter in chemical combination by losing or gaining or sharing to attain a stable nearest inert gas configuration. So in case of representative elements, electrons of outermost shell containing, so outer NSNP will be take a part in bonding. In case of representative elements, electrons of outer NS and NP will take part in chemical bonding. Okay, na? Yes. Next we can check it about type 3, that you can say transition elements. So in these elements, the ultimate shell and penultimate shells are incompletely filled. So elements which are incompletely filled are always partially filled d orbitals are called transition elements. Their properties are intermediate between S and P block elements. The general electron configuration also given N-1 D129 NS02 is correct. You can take only 1 to 9 is correct. They given 10 is wrong. You can take here 1 to 9 is correct. 10 is D block element. Next one is two B group elements, zinc and cadmium and mercury, not transition elements due to absence of partially filled orbital, both in yes, NS and AND also. So zinc, cadmium, mercury are referred as a non-typical transition elements. These are all elements you can call non-typical elements. Which one? Zinc, cadmium, mercury. Otherwise you can say volatile metals also can say. Volatile metals. In case of transition elements, both N-1D and NS electrons participate in the bonding. The characteristics of transition elements is very, very important point. They are hard and heavy metals, variable oxidation state, formation of colored ions in the soluble in yes, formation of colored ions in solution due to DD transition, formation of metal complex, paramagnetic behavior, catalytic activity. Next one is high melting and boiling points will be given. Good conductor of heat and electricity is given. LL formation. These characteristic properties are due to small size, high nuclear charge, unpaired d electrons. These points very, very important. On 5 marks question in class 12th standard. This question they will ask. So D block transition elements, why it was showing variable oxidation state, why it is showing hardened metal character, why it was showing metal complex formation, why it is having a paramagnetic behavior, catalytic property, LL formation, that all. Due to you can say small size, high nuclear charge, unpaired electrons in d orbitals also you can say. Note point, nickel is used as a catalyst in hydrogenation of oil. Fe also used in a Haber process. Molybdenum used in a Haber process also. Promoter, catalytic promoter also there. Type 4, inner transition elements. These elements having three outermost shells will be there. Incomplete field, that is n, n-1 and n-2 is there. Ultimate, penultimate and anti-penultimate. Ultimate is n. Look at here. Ultimate is n, penultimate is n-1, anti-penultimate is n-2. The F block elements are called inner transition elements. The given general electron configuration, since the last two cells have similar configurations, these elements having similar physical properties and chemical properties. So these elements show common oxidation state is +3. They have two series will be there, that is lanthanide series and actinide series is there. Lanthanides present in the lanthanum to osmium, actinides present in the actinum to rutherfordium will be given. Lanthanides are rare earth minerals, actinides are mostly synthetic will be given. The elements from 93 onwards are called transuranic elements. From atomic number 93 onwards, you can call transuranium elements. Next, last point, pseudo inert gas configuration. Presence of 18 electrons in the outermost shell. Presence of 18 electrons in the outermost shell is called pseudo inert gases configuration, or the pseudo octet. Palladium, a member of group 810, has such configuration. Lanthanum belongs to D block elements, but lanthanides are F block elements. Similarly, actinum belongs to D block elements, but actinides are belongs to F block elements. Clear this point? Lanthanum belongs to D block elements, but lanthanides are F block elements. Actinum belongs to D block elements, but actinides are belongs to F block elements. Actinides are after actinum, after lanthanum. Those elements belong to lanthanides. Okay, na? Yes, lanthanum atomic number 53, sorry 57 I think. Lanthanides is from 58 onwards. It is given 57, 57 onwards you can say. Yes, again 89 onwards will be there. Okay, na? Yes. Now I will discuss one important topic. To confirm one question in entrance exam, please, those are having class notes, please write down this point. Hello. Okay, na? Yes, you know these all points. Keep in heading. Already yesterday I discussed about nomenclature. Now concept is identification of group, period and block. Identification of group, period and block. When atomic number is given, how we can identify which group, like that, which period, which block. Okay, na? Yeah. Step 1, step 2, step 3. Step 1 condition. So Z is atomic number 71 to 58 given. Lanthanides 6th period. Actinides 7th period. These all will be belongs to F block elements. So 58 to atomic number 58 to 71. That all elements belongs to F block element 6th period. Next one is atomic number 92. Yes, 103. These all belongs to yes F block elements, and 7th period will be there. So group number you can say 3b group, longest group in the periodic table, contains 32 elements. 3b group is longest group in the periodic table. Longest group in the periodic table. Very, very important group. Yes, total containing 32 elements. So 3b group what elements will be there? Scandium, yttrium, lanthanum, actinium will be there. 4 elements will be there along with 14 lanthanides, remaining 14 actinides. So 14 plus 14, 28 plus 4 elements. That is the scandium, yttrium, lanthanum, actinium. Total 28 plus 4, 32 elements. The longest group is 3b group in the periodic table. That is the third group. Next one is step 2, atomic number from 104 to 118. You can say 7th period. So group number, last 2 digits in atomic number of elements will be given. And example 104 will be the group number is 4. So last 2 digits in atomic number is belongs to, yes, you can say. So 104 condition, it belongs to 4th group. Last 2 digits only consider. For example, so step 3, group number is 18 plus given atomic number minus atomic number of next noble gas. For example, if the value of this formula is negative, then use 32 instead of 18 formula. Okay? Yes. Identification of group, period, and block condition. We have 3 steps. Step 1, so lanthanides and actinides belongs to F block elements, and lanthanides is 6th period, actinides is 7th period. Okay na? And third group is there. Step 2, atomic number 104 to 118, 7th period. Yes. So group number condition, last 2 digits in the atomic number of element, you can identify the group. Step 3, group number it is equal to 18 plus given atomic number, 18 plus given atomic number minus atomic number of next noble gas elements, atomic number of next noble gas elements. Okay na? If the value of this formula is negative, is getting, for example, instead of 32, sorry, instead of 18 you can substitute 32. Next one is when electron configuration is given, the period number is n, nothing but number of outermost shells in the outermost shell. Highest subshell number you can represent block identification. Again listen, when electron configuration is given, first one is when atomic number is given, you can apply this formula. When electron configuration is given, you can identify this model. So period number n, nothing but number of outermost shell, otherwise highest shell number. Block identification condition, so if np electron present in the, then p minus block. So group number nothing but 12 plus np electrons. If np electrons will be absent, then spd of block will be there. So then you can go for the s block elements. Group number is ns electrons. Next f block elements, group number is the 3b group. Next one is d block elements, group number is n minus 1 d electron plus ns electron. Next one is they given some separate table. Inert gases condition, outermost shell completely filled, 6 elements will be there. Normal dependent elements condition, based on chemical properties condition, how they classified. Inert gases, representative elements, transition elements, inert transition elements. We discussed already this thing. Yes. If we can take one screenshot if you want. So if people can take one screenshot, Amma. Just 1 minute, I will reduce the size. All points will be there together. Yes. Just 1 minute. Yes. So if people can take one screenshot, Amma, you can understand it will be easily. The identification of group and period. When they given atomic number, when they given electron configuration, you can apply these rules. You can identify the which period, which block, which one atomic number, that all you can identify. So with respect to atomic number, with respect to electron configuration, you can identify the, so what is the period, what is the group, what is the block also. Okay na? Yes. Next one is lesson here. Some important points. Some important points. Second period elements, lithium, beryllium, boron shows diagonal relationship with third period elements, magnesium, calcium, magnesium, aluminum, silicon is there. Second period and third period elements. Because of some ionic potential value, they show similarity in properties condition. So ionic potential condition, charge on cation by radius of cation. So they given lithium, magnesium, beryllium, aluminum, boron, silicon. Third period elements will be given except inert gases are called typical elements because they are represent the properties of outer elements will be their respective group. So transuranic elements will be there after uranium. Nothing but atomic number more than 92 are known as transuranic elements will be there. All transuranic elements are radioactive elements and artificial elements also. First man-made element is the technetium will be given. First man-made lanthanide is the promethium is given. All lanthanide actinides are radioactive, but all lanthanides are not artificial, man-made except promethium. The group containing most of electropositive elements is group 1A. Yes, most electronegative elements will be group 7A. The group containing maximum number of gas elements will be 0 group elements. So these all will be some important points. Again, remember, so maximum number of noble gas elements will be there. Which group? 18th group elements. The maximum most electropositive elements will be 17th group halogens. Most electropositive elements will be 1A group alkali metals will be there. So first man-made element is TC technetium will be there. Next one is first man-made lanthanide is promethium. All actinides are radioactive elements, but lanthanides are not artificial except promethium. Okay, na? Yes. The group in which elements having generally zero valency. Which one is there? 18th group elements. So in the periodic table, number of gaseous elements will be there 11. Number of liquid elements will be there 6. Number of liquid elements in the room temperature 2. Yes, these all points will be useful for the entrance exam. So the periodic table condition, number of gaseous elements will be 11. So total 118 elements will be there. Out of 118 elements will be 11 elements will be gaseous elements. They given hydrogen, nitrogen, oxygen, fluorine, chlorine, noble gas elements. These all will be belongs to yes. Total 11 elements will be there. These all 11 elements will be belongs to gaseous elements. Number of liquid elements in the periodic table 6. That is cesium, francium, gallium, mercury, bromine, UUB. Nothing but biome 112 elements. Copernicium, Cn is there. 112 elements. Number of liquid elements at room temperature condition 2. That is mercury and gallium. So bromine is the only one non-metal which exists in a liquid formation. Bromine is liquid. Iodine is solid. The number of solid elements will be 95. The number of solid elements will be 95. Number of liquids at room temperature is 2. Number of liquid elements will be 6. Number of gas elements will be 11. So yes. Second period contains maximum number of gas elements. They are nitrogen, phosphorus, nitrogen, oxygen, fluorine, neon. These all elements belongs to gaseous elements. Second period containing maximum number of gas elements will be there. Next one is third group is called longest group having 32 elements. Third group is 3B group is belongs to yes longest group having 32 elements including 14th and lanthanides 14th actinides also. So here already 4 elements will be there. Along with this 14 lanthanides will be there. 14 actinides will be there. Total 32 elements. So longest group is yes, 32 elements will be belongs to. Okay, na? Yes. Until that, any doubts we have, students? Any topic? So I discussed about how to identify the group, block, period, how we can give the naming of the organic compounds. Then what is the advantage of long form of the periodic table? disadvantage of long form, the periodic table. Then we discussed about SPD of blocks. Next one is based on the electron configuration, how the elements will be classified. These are all points we discussed. Okay, na?
Yes.
So tomorrow class, nothing but Monday class, I will discuss about periodic property, that is periodicity. We'll discuss. Yes. Now I will discuss about, again I will repeat those points alone. Yes.